All right, so lat pull down is very popular exercise. You'll see that I have wrist wraps on. What this does is takes my forearm out of the equation, because if you start to curl your wrist, you'll hear people complain that their forearms are getting tired before their lats are getting tired. If you don't have a wrap, you can actually just use your hand and do what's called a hook grip, where you're going around and your thumb goes around rather than your thumb coming underneath, because that'll do is make your wrist an extension of your elbow, and then your elbow is actually what you want to be pulling and squeezing into your back with. So wrap these bad boys up. For me, I'm on a bit of a bulk right now. I'm on my last week, so I'm just trying to lift as heavy as possible every workout pretty much. So I like to get a nice wrap around, creating a nice tension. So once I sit down, big thing you want to think about is head through the window. And then I don't want to let my shoulders sink up like this. I want to keep my shoulder blades down, shoulders away from the ears. As I go to pull, I slightly bring my head out of the window and really squeeze. Inhale as I come up, head through the window, get that big stretch in my lats, keep my shoulders down. Exhale, really squeeze. You'll notice how much control I have over this weight. I really am a big believer of squeezing, controlling your negative, which is just bringing the weight up, pull down, squeeze. Typically, you'll see the opposite, where people pull down, decent speed, but then they just let the weight fly back up. You're always going to get more gains from your negatives and your pauses. The pulling or squeezing or going through the positive range of motion is actually the weakest part of the lift. So really own that negative, really feel that squeeze, keep that elbow nice and tight, really squeeze into that back. Really feeling my lats starting to fire up. Really squeezing. I can feel my feet in the floor, driving through. Oh yeah, last one. Hold it a little bit. Woo! Coming up. Relax. Oh wee. Cowabunga. All right, so we're back at the pull down. This time I'm going to show you a little single arm, single lat trick that I like to do. Kind of get a little more squeeze. I'm going to sit down. Remember, same thing, head through the window, shoulders down. When I pull down, I'm going to squeeze down to one side. So all that weight's really coming over to one side. Really being able to squeeze, keep that tension. Drive down, squeeze, and I can feel by me being able to kind of turn and squeeze down, I'm able to get my lats really activated by just curling over a little bit. Oh, and the shape of the lats, kind of like a cobra. So the more you can round and squeeze over, the more activation you're going to get. Oh, feels really good. Good squeeze. When you really just want to drive that one elbow down as far as you can, and you'll feel that lat really activate. And then at the end of the set, go ahead and start doing both. Man. Okay. Okay. That's on fire. And then, all right, so I want to show you this before I grab it. When you sit down at these machines, this is a hammer strength machine, so it's part machine, part free weight. You want to lock your legs in through here. Make sure your butt's here. Now, how do I know how far this should be? It should be about a hand's distance away. So if you notice my grip, it's out of reach by about a hand's distance. I don't want to be pulling from here because I'm not going to get enough range of motion. I want to get a bit of a stretch. So what I'm going to do is grab it here. Boom. Lift your knees up. That'll fix that. And then from here, really squeeze. Now I can feel that stretch. Don't let your shoulders roll out too far. What I mean by that is shoulders coming up here. But just get a nice stretch. Feel that pull. Squeeze. Back control. Keep your wrists straight. Try not to curl your wrists. Make the pull in your wrist an extension. Your elbow an extension of your wrist. Being able to really pinch into your lats. Keep that control on the way up. Yeah, buddy. All right, so low row, coming from a low position. Imagine you got a pin in the middle of your back. You're trying to squeeze that pin together. Trying to get those elbows through the body. Okay. All right, so we're back here at the cables. We're going with a high row this time. And I like to sit down for this one, let my weight bring myself down, bring my feet out front. I'm going to allow that to stretch. Pull, lean back just slightly, and pull your elbows through your body. Ooh. Exhale as you pull. You want to imagine you got that pin in the middle of your back. You're trying to squeeze that pin. Okay. Slowly let that weight bring you back up. You're good to go. All right, so high row. We're going to sit down with the weight. Nice and easy. I want to lean back a little bit because I'm trying to pull my elbows through my body. Nice and easy for that stretch. You're going to feel the rear delts a little bit more because the grip is wider. You want to imagine you got a pin in the middle of your back. You're trying to squeeze that pin together. If you ain't squeezing, you're just teasing, baby. Okay. And just shorten that range. And if you can't get the full rep, just squeeze a couple short ones. Let that weight bring you up nice and easy. Cool.